Sam. Play as time goes by.
Oh, I can't remember it myself. I'm a little rusty on it.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for those valuable bits of Hollywood ephemera. Number 20, Wilson Prop, Castaway.
You wouldn't have a match, by any chance, would you?
Now, we're not sure if the individual who purchased the volleyball utilized for Castaway spoke to it in the same manner that Tom Hanks did for that film. What is known is that the Wilson prop was sold back in 2021 for an amount that, when adjusted, totaled $308,000.
We okay? Okay.
The auction took place at a London prop store, with the buyer getting to give this painted prop ball a forever home. It's an interesting reminder of how the movie industry continues to generate fan interest throughout the decades, as movies from the millennium enter modern icon status.
Where's Wilson? Where's Wilson? Wilson, where are you?
Number 19, Aragorn's Sword Anduril, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
I summon you to fulfill your oath.
None but the King of Gondor may command me.
Admit it, if you like Lord of the Rings, you've definitely spun around in your basement or backyard swinging a certain rod, branch, or custom-made foam sword fighting imaginary orcs. No? Just us? But what if you could get your hands on Anduril, the sword wielded by Aragorn in The Return of the King?
Anduril, a flame of the west, forged from the shards of Narsil.
Anyone still claiming they wouldn't recreate their favorite scenes is straight up lying. 4 copies of this legendary sword were made and used while filming, and the only one to come up for public auction sold for $437,000.
That line was broken. It has been remade.
Number 18, T-800 Endoskeleton, Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
First Terminator was programmed to strike at me in the year 1984, before John was born. It failed.
The T-800 is the Terminator model famous for traveling back in time to kill Sarah Connor before she could give birth to the future leader of the human resistance. While its fleshy Arnold Schwarzenegger exterior might be more likable, the endoskeleton is what haunts us in our dreams. Created by the legendary practical effects wizard Stan Winston, this particular model sold for $488,750 and played one of Arnie's T-800 robo-buddies in the opening of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Unlike the sequels, which focused heavily on CGI, the superior installment used life-size articulated puppets, and you can own one if you've got the dough.
Come on, let's go spend some money.
Number 17, Indy's Fedora, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Belloc.
Good afternoon, Dr. Jones.
I ought to kill you right now.
Harrison Ford remains a legend of ultimate cool, an actor who embodied some of cinema's greatest heroes over the course of an esteemed career. So it sort of goes without saying that some actual ephemera from Ford's time as Indiana Jones would go for big money on the auction block. A bullwhip used in 1984's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom sold for an adjusted $525,000 back at a 2024 auction. Meanwhile, the iconic fedora that was worn by Ford during his very first outing as Indy back in 1981's Raiders of the Lost Ark sold for just $1,000 less back in 2018.
How the hell are we gonna get out of here?
I'm working on it.
Well, whatever you're doing, do it faster!
A double shot of memorabilia from a truly classic franchise. Number 16, Doc Brown's DeLorean, Back to the Future franchise.
Well, it's a DeLorean, right?
Stay with me, Marty. All your questions will be answered. Roll tape.
There's no better way to make one of the most iconic pieces of film memorabilia than taking a one-off car model made by an independent automotive manufacturer, outfitting it to look like a time machine, and making it central to the plot of a hit trilogy. Who wouldn't love to take Doc Brown's DeLorean for a spin, either around the block or to your favorite moment in time?
Marty! You've got to come back with me. Where? Back to the future.
A total of 7 DeLoreans were customized for the films, but only 3 are known to remain. with the record sale price being $541,000. One can be rented for $1,500 a day, but for display purposes only.
All you have to do is drive the time vehicle directly toward that screen, accelerating 88 miles an hour.
Number 15, prop door, Titanic.
Come on, Rose.
We can't help but wonder whether or not whoever purchased this prop door from Titanic endeavored to put an end once and for all to the long-running joke about its life-saving qualities.
Ugh. I'm not going to fit. Beth, listen to me. You're going to get out of here. You're gonna go on and...
Jerry, just leave the door.
It's not a door, Beth. It's debris.
I don't care. Just leave it.
Do you think that Rose and Jack could have easily fit on this prop? Or was it a foregone conclusion that Jack just had to die out on the water? Humor aside, there's actually nothing funny about the price tag a simple prop door wound up with once a 2024 auction was all said and done. This panel ended up selling for an adjusted $718,750, a number that's almost as big as the money brought in by that infamous double-tape VHS collection.
Promise me now, Rose. And never let go of that promise.
Number 14, Darth Vader's helmet, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back.
No, I am your father.
Fans can basically take their pick at this point from the many examples of pricey ephemera sold from a galaxy far, far away. Han Solo's blaster from Episode 4, New Hope, somewhere between $300,000 and $500,000 in 2022.
I bet you have.
A Model X-Wing sold for over $2 million, an R2-D2 unit for $2.76 million, and one of Luke's lightsabers earned $450,000 back in 2017 for the Hollywood Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. Even a C-3PO model head from Return of the Jedi has been sold in the past.
Jabba offers a sum of 35. And I do suggest you take it.
Although none of these really come close to the $898,000 spent by an anonymous buyer on a screen-worn Darth Vader mask.
Impressive. Most impressive.
Number 13, Steve McQueen's racing suit, Le Mans. Steve McQueen remains one of cinema's all-time classic icons of masculine cool, so it sort of goes without saying that much of his screen-worn memorabilia has sold for high amounts at auction. McQueen wore multiple racing suits during the production of Le Mans in 1971, and there have been at least 2 that have sold for thousands of dollars. One 2017 sale saw a suit and helmet combo go for $336,000, but even that amount doesn't compare to a similar auction from 2011. That specific suit of McQueen's went for an incredible $984,000.
Well, it keeps me honest.
Number 12, Givenchy dress, breakfast at Tiffany's.
Who are all these people anyhow?
Who knows? The word gets out. You don't mind, do you, darling?
It's nice for a change to hear about an expensive collectible item being sold for a large amount, but for a good cause. The Givenchy dress worn by Audrey Hepburn for 1961's Breakfast at Tiffany's was sold at a charity auction for an adjusted price of $923,187.
Oh, darling. I'm just on my way out. I was supposed to be at 21 half an hour ago.
The buyer was anonymous, while the proceeds collected during this 2006 Christie's auction were utilized by the City of Joy Aid charity to fund housing and care for struggling children living in India. The dress, movie, and actress may be famous, but we think that the purpose behind this charity sale means a whole lot more.
Well, that indeed is a remarkable piece of information to have at your fingertips.
Number 11, Wet Nelly, The Spy Who Loved Me. This entry is the first appearance of James Bond memorabilia on our list, but spoiler alert, it won't be the last. The name Wet Nelly actually refers to the Lotus E-Spirit submarine car that was utilized by Sir Roger Moore during his performance as 007 in The Spy Who Loved Me.
Morning, Major Boothroyd.
Morning, Major.
Look what Q's brought for us. Isn't it nice?
Now, the fact that this vehicular prop sold for just under $1 million back in 2013 would normally be the headline to relay. But the identity of the buyer who paid that amount was even more interesting. It was none other than Elon Musk who purchased this slice of spy movie ephemera for his personal collection. Number 10. Captain America's motorcycle, Easy Rider.
Do your own thing in your own time. You should be proud.
This 1969 classic managed to provide an insightful and honest look at the counterculture of the 60s, while simultaneously playing a pivotal role in shaping the movie industry of the 70s, encouraging greater experimentation, originality, and challenging subject matter.
Their society is more highly evolved. I mean, they don't have no wars, they got no monetary system, they don't have any leaders, because, I mean, each man.
It's also quite possibly the only time in history two guys have looked cool in these outfits. Of the 4 motorcycles used to shoot the film, only one survived, Captain America's iconic chopper. It was actually demolished during the shoot and then rebuilt, after which it was sold at auction for $1.35 million. The other 3 bikes used in the film were stolen before the release and reportedly sold for parts.
Take a load off, Fanny. Take a load for free.
Number 9. Various costumes, The Sound of Music.
I have confidence the world can all be mine. They'll have to agree I have confidence in me.
Vintage clothing from all eras can often be big business on the secondhand market. But what about screen-used costumes from a film as beloved as The Sound of Music?
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
A Hollywood memorabilia auction from 2013 saw a costume lot from The Sound of Music sell for over $1 million. Materials included within this set were a dress worn by Julie Andrews, as well as other drapery outfits from the Von Trapp family. That aforementioned dress was made even more valuable by the fact that Andrews wore the piece during her performance in one of the movie's most well-known songs, Do Re Mi.
Tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to do-oh-oh.
Number 8. Best Picture Oscar, Gone with the Wind.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
At the 12th Academy Awards, this hit film starring Clark Gable and Vivien Leigh smashed records by winning 8 Oscars out of its 13 nominations.
What do we care if we were expelled from college, Scarlett? The war's gonna start any day now, so we'd have left college anyhow.
In that batch, it saw the first ever Oscar win by an African-American, Hattie McDaniel, for Best Supporting Actress.
Oh, now, Miss Scarlett, you come on and be good and eat just a little.
As you can imagine, it won Best Picture as well. In 1999, the notoriously eccentric, wealthy, and incredibly talented singer Michael Jackson purchased the Best Picture Oscar awarded to this movie for a whopping $1.54 million.
You're like the thief who isn't the least bit sorry he stole, but he's terribly, terribly sorry he's going to jail.
MJ actually had a few acting roles outside his music videos, but let's be honest, this was probably the only way he was getting his hands on an Oscar.
That's just stop reading all bits of paper and literature.
Trash, Terry.
Number 7. Dorothy's Dress, The Wizard of Oz.
No, I know we're not in Kansas.
Forget the girl and her little dog, too. The Wicked Witch should have just snatched Dorothy's outfit, sold it, and moved somewhere she wasn't universally hated.
I'm melting! Melting!
Everything Judy Garland wore in The Wizard of Oz has since turned to gold. Her ruby slippers are iconic, but many pairs were used, and most of the remaining ones are pretty beat up, at best fetching a little over $660,000. A dress worn in test shoots sold for $1,119,300. But Dorothy's classic blue bodice, skirt, and white cotton blouse outfit is the most valuable and recognizable, as well as the most profitable piece of costuming, having sold for $1.56 million.
Ouch!
What do you think you're doing?
Not into Dorothy? Recently rediscovered, the Cowardly Lion's outfit sold for $3 million.
Look at the circles under my eyes. I haven't slept in weeks.
Number 6. E.T. model, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Yogurt from Spaceballs just sort of said it best. The original E.T. the Extraterrestrial was tailor-made for great merchandising.
Merchandising! Where the real money from the movie is made.
An adorable alien creature just looking for a way to get back home. So it sort of goes without saying that Carlo Rambaldi's original E.T. Mechatronic was a marquee item at the Hollywood Icons and Idols auction held by Julian's Auctions back in 2022. The final bid for this slice of movie history went for an adjusted $2.56 million, proving that yes, you actually can go home again and purchase nostalgia for the right price. Number 5, The Piano in Rick's Cafe American, Casablanca.
Some of the old songs, Sam.
Yes, ma'am.
Pianos are pretty common props in movies. Every old saloon, bar, or classy lounge has one, but few go on to become serious collector's items. So what makes the piano from Rick so special? Well, this upright piano is central to the film's plot.
What's that you're playing?
Oh, just a little something on my own.
Oh, stop it. You know what I want to hear.
Watching the film, you realize that many of the greatest conversations happen around it, and emotions are processed and expressed through the songs Sam plays on it.
The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you can rely.
Humphrey Bogart's character even uses the piano to conceal the stolen transit papers. For a small 58-key studio piano, it makes a big impression, and it sold for $3.4 million in 2014.
Sam, I thought I told you never to play.
Number 4, Audrey Hepburn's Ascot dress, My Fair Lady.
They all thought she was dead. But my father, he kept ladling gin down her throat.
Few leading ladies are as famous as Audrey Hepburn. She embodied class, style, and personality in the golden age of Hollywood.
May I introduce Miss Eliza Doolittle?
My dear Miss Doolittle, how kind of you to let me come.
She was also an incredible actress and respected humanitarian, making her a much-loved icon. In My Fair Lady, she played one of her most memorable roles, Eliza Doolittle, a young flower saleswoman with a heavy Cockney accent.
Going, dear, look where you're going.
I'm so sorry.
2 bunches of violets trod in the mud, a full day's wages.
In the film, she wears a white ascot dress that had jaws dropping in theaters around the world. Created for Hepburn by famous fashion designer Cecil Beaton, it is considered by many to be his greatest work, and it sold for between $3.7 million and $4.5 million, depending on the source at auction.
Have I said anything I oughtn't?
Number 3, The Maltese Falcon. The Maltese Falcon. Served as a MacGuffin within this film's narrative, but the actual prop Maltese Falcon, utilized for the film of the same name, proved to be a real-life treasure.
Fake. It's a phony. It's lead. It's lead. It's fake.
That's because the only screen used of 2 separately constructed Falcons sold for over $4 million back at a 2013 Bonhams auction. Dashiell Hammett's hard-boiled private eye, Sam Spade, was just one of the prolific writer's classic characters.
Bad all around. Bad for every detective everywhere.
While Humphrey Bogart's portrayal of Spade in The Maltese Falcon helped lift this brooding film noir to the annals of cinema history. Number 2, Marilyn Monroe's White Dress, The 7-Year Itch.
Didn't you just love the picture? I did.
This dress, worn by Marilyn Monroe for the 1955 film The 7-Year Itch, is the clear winner.
I think he just craved a little affection. You know, a sense of being loved and needed and wanted.
That's a very interesting point of view.
It's one of the most famous pieces of movie memorabilia in Hollywood history. It's also one of the most important pieces of clothing in fashion history. The shot of it being blown by the New York subway grate is one of the world's most iconic images, and the corresponding scene from the film is unforgettable.
Isn't it delicious?
This ivory-colored cocktail dress is the most famous work of costume designer William Travilla, and went on to become synonymous with the blonde bombshell. At $5.6 million, it can't be beat.
It's true. I'll prove it to you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. James Bond's 1964 Aston Martin DB5, Goldfinger and Thunderball.
Now, pay attention, please. Windscreen bulletproof, as are the side and the rear windows.
Featured in not one, but 2 classic Bond films, this entry proves that a car doesn't need time-traveling capabilities to fetch a high price.
It has not been perfected out of years of patient research entirely for that purpose, 007.
To be fair, the on-screen Aston Martin was decked out with an oil-slick ejector seat, tire slashers, and much more.
Are you all right? Here, let me help you. You know you're lucky to be alive.
No thanks to you.
While a few gadgets may not actually work, it still sold for $4,107,560. 007 has always been known for his impeccable taste when it comes to cars, but the 1964 Aston Martin DB5 stands out above the rest. A perfect balance of gadgetry and undeniable class.
I'm truly sorry to have to dash off like this, but there's been a bit of a flap at the office.
How much would you pay for a piece of real-life Hollywood history? Let us know in the comments.